school she can't attend most days, the breakfast she didn't have, the rain that hasn't fallen in months, the danger around the next bend, her little brother's belly laugh, her mother's hug, her dreams of being a teacher, an engineer, the mayor. All the reasons life is both so hard and so beautiful. It all connects. But so do we, for children's sakes. At Child Fund, we connect through everything we do, together, so every child can grow up healthy, educated, and safe. Because we need each other. Learn more at childfund.org.
We welcome you back to Baltimore. We're getting set for the America East Championship game between the number 2 seed Vermont and the number 1 seed UMBC. The two sides split the season series. It's time now for the keys to the game from Dallin Cuff. Dallin first for the number 2 seed Vermont.
Well, as they're usually the hunted. They are now the hunters in this situation. They are on the road. They are the premier program in the America East. But with that said, last time they played here, Phil, they got punched in the mouth, and they didn't handle that very well. So really the biggest key for them is to be connected and tough through what will be some adversity, especially early in this game. We're expecting a great atmosphere. This is one of the most physical teams in mid-major basketball when you look at UMBC. So their ability to withstand that first punch, take the hit, and be connected together. And in pretty simple, there's a level of arrogance, but duly noted for UVM. They want to be us, which is share the ball, have TJ do his thing, have Yalden play through him, make sure that he impacts the game on the offensive end, rebound the basketball. They cannot get beat up on the glass, and play their game and play who the Catamounts are. They believe that should be enough on the road to punch a ticket to the big dance.
How about for UMBC? This is a team that was picked preseason number 7 in the America East, not necessarily expected to have the season they've had, and they've been great, winners of 11 in a row.
As Coach Ferry told me, he's never had a more connected group of guys. As you mentioned, 10 new dudes on this team in the summer. He said, we didn't do anything special. These guys just came together, and they wanted to compete from the jump. He loves the D2 DNA of his group. He's a former D2 player himself. He's got 5 D2 transfers here, and those guys are impactful. They're on a mission. They won a regular season title for the first time since 2008. They have a ton of confidence in that and belief in that, but they need to make Yalden uncomfortable. That's first and foremost. They have to make him not be able to impact the game the way he wants to facilitate, to score through, to help the Catamounts run their offense. They have to be connected defensively to do that, and then rotate out to shooters. And the similar key, too. They want to control the glass. They want to win on the offensive glass and want to make sure that you hold the Catamounts, who's not a great offensive rebounding team, to just one attempt and then get going the other way.
It is the 57th all-time meeting between Vermont and UMBC. Vermont leads the all-time series very one-sided, 45-11 and 7-2 in America East tournament games. The opening tip-off between Vermont and UMBC is coming up. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Class, today we're talking NCAA championships and life lessons. Schoolwork got you stressed? Feeling overwhelmed? Need a place to unleash a quick hearty yell? Yeah! You gotta get off the couch and join thousands of screaming fans for a heart-pounding in-person to believe NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Will this be on the test?
Oh, sweet child. This is the test.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Here in Baltimore, it's the America East Championship game between the 2-seed Vermont and the 1-seed UMBC. Opening tip-off coming up, but first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for NCAA March Madness. Let's check the starting five for both teams. Sponsored by Five Guys. Upsets, overtime, buzzer beaters. It's Champ Week. Ride it out with Five Guys Constellation Fries. Fresh cut and piled high. They deliver every time. The starting five for the 2-seed Vermont. 3 guards and 2 forwards. The guards are TJ Hurley, 6'5", the America East Player of the Year, averages 15 points per game, the team's second leading scorer. Sean Blake at 6'2", and Ben Johnson at 6'3". In the front court, Gus Yalden at 6'9", a first-team all-conference player and the conference's newcomer of the year. He leads the team in points and rebounds, 16 points and nearly 6 rebounds per game. And Noah Barnett at 6'9". The head coach is John Becker. He's in his 17th year overall, his 15th at Vermont. He is a 7-time America East Coach of the Year. He is seeking his 7th NCAA tournament appearance as a coach. On the UMBC side, it's 2 guards and 3 forwards. The backcourt, Ace Valentine, 6'3", a second-team all-conference player, nearly 12 points per game, and Jalakai King at 6'2", first-team all-conference and a team-best 14 points per game. The front court, Josh Adunuo, 6'6", DJ Armstrong, 6'4", and Jose Tanchin at 6'10". Jim Ferry is the head coach, 25th year as a coach, his 5th at UMBC. He is the America East Coach of the Year, the 3rd Coach of the Year honor in his career. He was twice named NEC Coach of the Year in his time at LIU, where he took the then LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds to the NCAA tournament twice. So those are the starting lineups for this championship game here at the Peak, as they call it. 6,000-seat arena, 2 decks, and the lower bowl is entirely full. The upper bowl is filling in. The place bouncing up and down. We're ready for opening tip-off. UMBC in the home whites will move from left to right as we see it in the first half. Vermont in the row of blacks will move from right to left. Our officials, Tim Smith, Vasily Malios, and Micah Lang-Fleury. One of these teams is going dancing. Vermont 22-11 overall, a semifinal win over NJIT. Won it by 9. UMBC 23-8 overall, a semifinal win over UMass Lowell. They pulled away and won it 91-69. 19th title game appearance for Vermont, the 9th in the last 11 years. They missed it last year. UMBC is in the championship game for the first time since 2022, 6th overall. Tanchin to jump center versus Barnett. Tosses in the air, batted back by the right hand of Tanchin. It is UMBC basketball first as Vermont comes out man-to-man. On the right wing with it, it's Odunuo. Terminates the dribble, gives it right foul line extended. Valentine dribbles up to the wing. Gives it up top, Jalakai King. King works left. Yalden switches off to him. Works back to the right. Shot clock down to 7. On the right wing, Valentine. Baseline right. Drive. Pulls up for a floater, and a foul is called. His bodies collide underneath, and he misses the shot short.
No, Barnett is down holding his leg. That is not how you want to start this game. Their big center still under the basket.
Yeah, lying on the restricted arc, holding his left knee, and the athletic training staff has immediately come out to take a look at Noah Barnett.
And how they defend. The Catamounts switched everything in that possession. So Barnett ended up on a guard. Good drive by Valentine. It was a late whistle. And when you have all these energy and all this emotion to have this happen in the first possession, he's still down. A lot of concern.
Yeah, they've moved him a little bit more onto his back. Collided knees as he was backpedaling. It appeared with Odunuo of UMBC. And now he is up, his left arm around the neck of Gus Yalden, his teammate, who will help walk him off to the far right corner, his right arm around the athletic trainer. And he's putting pressure on both feet, but gingerly walking off as he's ushered to the corner.
And now this is where you talk about adversity in a game like this. Well, Lucas Mari just checks in. The freshman from Spain. He's thrust into a major spot way before, as a guy coming off the bench, you expect to be in the game.
He started 8 games this season, Mari. He averages nearly 20 minutes per game and about 5 points per game. As Ace Valentine hits the first of 2 free throws, and UMBC takes a 1-0 lead about 30 seconds in. Valentine, a 75% free throw shooter. UMBC, excellent at the line, nearly 76%, the best mark in the America East. Second one is up and a switch, and it's 2-0 UMBC after the first possession. Vermont basketball for the first time. UMBC comes out man-to-man. Up top, TJ Hurley, the America East Player of the Year. Screen from Yalden, vector to dribble left, turns the corner, knifes into the lane. Off glass with a runner, he hits it from the left angle about 10 feet away to tie the game at 2.
Just saw why he's the Player of the Year in this league. Under control, 1-footer runner off the window.
UMBC with it. Valentine on the right wing. Dumps it into the post right side, Tanchin. Backing in, double team comes, skips it across. Armstrong pumps, gives it up top, King. Looks at the rim, doesn't shoot. Here's Valentine high on the right. Screen from Tanchin. Slides the dribble right. Gives it up top, King. 6 on the timer. Goes right. Forced to crossover back to the left. Dribbling back to the right, and he shovels a pass out of bounds. With the shot clock down to about 2 seconds, he shovels it underhand over the right sideline and into the fans. Turnover, UMBC.
Excellent defensive possession. They out of the double. They rotated out. They communicated. They contained the ball.
2-2 game, approaching 90 seconds in. Vermont's second possession. Third best mark in the league, nearly 74 points per game this year. Yalden tries a left wing three, way off. An air ball wide right, lands out of bounds, and the student section will let him hear it.
I mean, with that execution of that play, Hurley comes off that high ball screen from Yalden. 2 played 1, throwback, a wide open shot. They better execute defensively better than that. He just missed it. He's a really good player.
He was wide open. He shoots threes at 36%. He's a big man that could step out.
Nerves are real, Phil.
King up top for UMBC. Chest pass over to the left wing, Valentine. Triple threat position. Straight away now, Armstrong. Over to King on the right wing. Works the baseline. Into the corner. Drives to the right elbow. Jumper falling to his left. Missed it. Left iron from 15. And the rebound to Blake of Vermont. Dumps a pass on the run. Down low to Yalden, who catches and lays it in off the left side. And Vermont takes a 4-2 lead.
They don't tend to play fast. Bottom 50 in the nation in pace, but they will be opportunistic. Great run by Yalden. Good find by Blake.
Working the left baseline, it's Tanchin. Backing in now. Gives a little shoulder bump, then fires it up top. Valentine, who crosses the dribble through the key to the left wing. Pumps on a shot, won't shoot it. Another long possession for UMBC. Shot clock down to 9. Armstrong, right wing. Up top, Tanchin. Hammering the dribble to the left. Spins back to the right. Righty hook. Wild one off the right side of the glass. Never hit the rim. And the rebound to Yalden off the floor for Vermont. Left wing, Sean Blake. Dumps it inside. Yalden left block. Couple of dribbles. Backing in. Gets to the right hand. And he lays it in off glass. Gus Yalden with a great start. And Vermont a 6-2 lead.
Great identification. They had a switch. He had a guard on him. Yalden made him pay.
Yalden has 4 of their first 6. Left foul line extended. Odunowo for UMBC. Faces up on Yalden. Crosses over. Drives baseline. Floater over the rim. But an offensive rebound. Kick out. King straight away 3. And an air ball wide left that lands out of bounds. And the Vermont contingent across the way to our right behind the bench. They now give the tomahawk chop and let him hear it for air ball.
That's a first-team All-League player. Now, he's only a 25% three-point shooter, but again, nerves are real. Guys are thinking more than normal. They got to get into the flow of the game, especially UMBC. It's not handled this moment quite well.
Also an early start. Yeah, the America East always has the 11 a.m. game, but an early start.
Yep, no doubt.
Yalden of Vermont backing in left of the lane. Couple of dribbles. Gets inside. Flips it up backhanded with his right hand. Doesn't go. Great defense by Tanchin, who also secures the rebound for UMBC. Valentine over to Armstrong. The lefty catches. Right wing 3 is up. Off front rim, no, but a foul. And it's on Lucas Mari on the closeout.
He's the best shooter in this league. Shoots 40% from the three-point line. So Mari, the freshman, you've got to be a step closer to him. I think he was too much in a help position, knowing KYP, know your personnel. who's on the left there, and then you compound the problem by fouling the jump shooter.
Well, UMBC is 0 for 4 from the field to start. They'll go back to the free throw line for 3, and the first one too strong. Phil Constantino and Dallin Cuff here at our Grainger broadcast position in Baltimore, Maryland. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get next day delivery of industrial-grade products to help keep operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. Second free throw is swished to make it a 6-3 game. Vermont in front. All 3 so far for UMBC have come at the line. And the lefty Armstrong on his tippy toes, bright yellow shoes, cashes in the third one. So a 2 for 3 trip, and it's a 6-4 game. Vermont the lead in the ball. Off the screen, driving right lane line. Blake jumps in the air, fires it up top. Yalden for 3. This is wide left off glass. Yalden 0 for 2 and both bad misses. Rebound UMBC, but the long outlet is thrown away. Crashing into the stands on the other side of the floor was Long to save it for Vermont. Now Long on the right wing for Vermont. Pumps, penetrate, pull up, 12-foot jumper, right angle, got it. Rim, glass, rim, back in, and it's 8-4 Vermont early on here in the America East Championship.
TJ Long is in a groove. Last 3 games, 25 points per game. The lefty can knock it down from deep, but there penetrates and pulls up.
And off on the left wing, it's DJ Armstrong of UMBC. Awaiting our first media timeout. Here's King, right foul line extended. Up top, Valentine, deep, straight away, triple try. Front rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Maury of Vermont. Shot that from a good 25, 26 feet. Sean Blake on the right wing for Vermont. Rejects the screen, drives right baseline. Skips it left wing, Hurley. Extra pass to the corner, Long for 3. Back rim, no. Weak side board, snatched by Yalden of Vermont. And a fresh 20 for the Catamounts. Now a straight away 3-point try. That's off left iron from Hurley. Rebound UMBC. Quickly down the court, Valentine leads it for Armstrong. Left to right across the key. Nothing there, and he dribbles it to the corner. And circles back inside, up top, Tanchip. Left wing, Armstrong. Further into the corner, Valentine. Pitches out to the left wing. Inside out, look for Tanchin, who hits the 3. And UMBC finally has its first field goal with more than 5 minutes gone by. It's an 8-7 game, Vermont by 1. Alden hands off left wing for Blake. Blake fires it across to the right side. Maury pumps, penetrates the baseline, righty layup off glass, halfway down and out, but a foul. And there will be free throws when we come back. Vermont 8, UMBC 7, 14-16 to play in the first half here in Baltimore. This is Westwood One's coverage of the America East Conference Championship.
Don't waste your B2B marketing on the wrong people. With LinkedIn ads, you reach the right professionals where they already are. LinkedIn has a network of over 1 billion professionals. You can target your buyers by job title, industry, company, and more. That means no wasted shots, just buzzer beaters. Spend $250 on your first LinkedIn ads campaign and get a $250 credit for the next one. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. That's linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Should you get screened for lung cancer? Don't know where to start? The American Lung Association offers Illinois residents free transportation and financial assistance to make sure nothing stands in the way of your health. Early detection and intervention is simple and only takes a few minutes. Find out if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. Call a Lung Health Navigator today at 844-ALA-LUNG. That's 844-252-5864. Grant funding by the Illinois Department of Public Health.
Hey, want a cookie? Oh, I know you just ate, so you're craving something a little sweet. Besides, one cookie isn't gonna kill you. How about half? Just a bite? Bite it. Bite it. Bite it.
Food noise isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. Your affordable GLP-1 source that puts you on a path to successful weight loss by quieting food noise.
Bite it.
Shh. Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
Later on, we'll select the player of the game, sponsored by CarShield. Don't let a breakdown bust your bracket. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs, keeping you in the action. Go to carshield.com, the easiest call you'll make all tournament. Again, that's carshield.com. Just underway at the America East Championship game. Vermont, the 2 seed 8, UMBC, the 1 seed 7. UMBC down and held to 1 for 6 from the field to start. And 2 free throws here for Vermont's Lucas Maury.
That switching defense is causing some problems and now making them take contested shots consistently.
First free throw too strong. Now the UMBC student section behind the basket to our left has had a little bit of a reputation for themselves. In the quarterfinal round, their craziness, including the swim team that is not here right now, wearing Speedos in the front row, forced UMass Lowell to start that game 0 for 6 from the line. Second free throw for Maury rims in. Yeah, the swim and dive team not here in their Speedos right now.
Thankfully, yes, but one of the many reasons why these games should be played on home sites. You got to earn the right to be at home, and they impacted that last game.
There are only a few conferences left that do this. America East is one of them. UMBC basketball trailing by 2, 9-7. It's King on the right wing. Up top, Valentine over to Armstrong, the lefty. Left wing 3, bullseye. And UMBC has its second triple, and UMBC has a 10-9 lead.
Noah Barnett, the starting center, back in the game for the Catamounts, but he ran into his own player, TJ Long. That's how he was so wide open for 3.
High on the left side, TJ Hurley of Vermont. Flips it to Noah Barnett, top of the key. Handoff for Lucas Maury. Drives left lane line. Bounce pass across, and it slips through to the corner. Momo Kugwa just on, runs it down, but the shot clock at 7. Circles the dribble into the lane. Lefty layup. Sits on the rim, won't go. Well contested, and the rebound comes down to Riley Jacobs, the 6'9 freshman just on for UMBC. Armstrong straight away for the Retrievers. Over to Valentine on the left wing. The second team all-conference player. Hesitation, tries the left baseline, and his layup hit the bottom of the backboard. TJ Long, the contest and rebound for Vermont. Catamounts ball. They're down by 1. Left baseline drive. Hurley, and he's fouled. Layup left short. King came flying over and helped to block it, but commits the foul, says the official. 2 free throws coming here for TJ Hurley.
King doesn't like the call, but when I saw it live, I thought it was obvious. It was right onto his arm on the weak side help. The fans disagree.
Second foul on UMBC, and the first one on Jalakai King, their first team all-conference player and leading scorer this season. Hurley steps to the line where, get this, he shoots free throws 90%. The best mark in Vermont history. And this place erupts as he misses it off right iron. NCAA March Madness action is almost here. Watch the selection show tomorrow on CBS. See where your team is headed and reserve your seats at ncaa.com/MDB tickets.
I would say announcers jinx, but I think the guy in the front row showing him his stomach is having an effect. 0 for 2.
Missed that woefully short. Barely hit the front of the rim for one of the best free throw shooters in the country. And again, percentage-wise, best in Vermont history. UMBC ball by 1. Valentine left wing. Drives to the nail hole, now backs out the dribble. Feeds it back to the left wing for Cougar Downing just on. Dumped inside Jacobs. Tap pass to the right corner. And it's out of bounds.
They wanted to get it to Jacobs because they're switching everything, like we said, so he had Hurley on him. But that's not a huge size advantage. Hurley was fronting him. The play was the pass over the top, but you don't need to force that. The backside help was there. Get it skipped to the corner and play out of that closeout.
And the turnover battle early on, 3-0. UMBC with 3, Vermont 0. Vermont basketball, it's a 10-9 game. UMBC the 1-point lead. Left of the lane, Barnett. Spin move, gets to the baseline, rises to the cup. The finger roll off the mark, but a foul.
It's good to see Barnett healthy. As you mentioned, first play of the game, he went down holding his left leg. He's come back in wearing a full leg sleeve on his left leg. He looks spry there. Good quick spin move, attack the rim, get himself to the line.
He's just a 65% free throw shooter.
This is, my shirtless guy in the front, I think, is having a massive impact. And this is, foul shots win ball games, man. You're on the road, and they got to handle this environment. All their free throws have been rushed. Take a breath, settle down, focus in, do your routine.
They've opened 1 for 5 at the free throw line. A team that traditionally shoots free throws, very good mark as a team, 72%. The slight knee bend. The line drive shot is a switch. So 2 of 6 now at the line, and we have a tie game, 10 apiece, nearing the 12-minute mark of the first half. Top of the key, Ace Valentine with his right arm outstretched for UMBC, and the all-whites attacking left to right. Gives it right wing tension. Handoff for Johnson. Pirouettes there. Drives. Has nothing. Whipped around to the left side. It's down it. Up top, Armstrong. Every pass seems difficult right now for UMBC. Armstrong with 5 on the shot clock. Drives off the left angle. Pitches back. Turnaround fadeaway three-pointer by Dowling on the left wing. Halfway down and out. But an offensive rebound by Tanchin. Press 20 for the retriever. Straightaway 3. Armstrong halfway down and out. And a long rebound. A third chance. This is Diggs on the right wing. Caden Diggs drives the baseline, leans against the defender, and picks up the foul call as the layup rolls off.
They talked about rebounding at Catamount State. That was the 3 opportunities there. Coupled that with the missed free throws. They are letting things slip away on the road here. They've controlled this game. They shouldn't be tied.
All tied at 10 between Vermont and UMBC. 11:28 to play. Opening half at the America East Championship. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer, file fearlessly.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Westwood One and the Varsity Network bring you the biggest moments of March, all the way to Indianapolis and Phoenix. For the hometown call you love, the place to stream your team's broadcast all postseason is the Varsity Network app. Download the free Varsity Network app today. Vermont 10, UMBC 10. The America East Championship game, 11:28 to play in the first half. And UMBC shooting 2 free throws down to our right. That's Caden Diggs, the sophomore transfer from Old Dominion, who's in his first season at UMBC. Early turnover battle, Dallin. Vermont 0, UMBC 3. Vermont has one of the best turnover marks in the country as the first free throw planks off iron.
It's not a free throw shooting exhibition right now.
No, that too.
We are 6 for 12. And Diggs, 6th man of the year. How he impacts this game, they'll need him if he misses 2 in this game offensively. Because when they're switching guys, you have to attack the mismatches and find guys who can make plays. Diggs is one of them.
Back rim miss, and the rebound came down to Barnett of Vermont. And the black trimmed in green. Pass down low to Barnett. Catches, pivots, and flips it in over front rim right-handed. And it's Vermont 12, UMBC 10.
Ball screen coverages are not good enough. That was a simple middle ball screen pick and roll, and Barnett got the opportunity.
Diggs on the right wing for UMBC. Fires it over to Shalakai King. Now Armstrong. And then on the right side, Krieger Downing. Straightaway King overlooks the defense. Whips it back to Downing. 8 on the timer. Caden Diggs up top. Puts the ball on the floor. Going left. Fadeaway jumper. Left baseline. Good from about 10 feet. And that ties the game at 12.
Love his impact. He got an offensive rebound. Albeit missed the 2 free throws. Now goes and drives the mismatch and scores.
On the right side, Sean Blake of Vermont, the tie game. Circles the dribble to the left side. Peels it off there. Gives to Yalden, gets it back. Screen from Yalden. Drives the left baseline. King stays with him. Now backing in. Hops into the lane. Off 2 feet. Righty hook is pure from the middle of the key. And it's 14-12 Vermont.
The old school post-up game from the guard. Blake, little mouse in the house from a 6'5" guard.
On the left wing, Cougar down it. In the corner, Tanchip. King up top for UMBC. Dribbles to the left wing. Looking inside the tension, doesn't pull on the pass. Downing straight away, pumps, draws the man, drives right, ball stripped, and it's stolen by Vermont. Barnett came up with the loose ball.
Yalden switched on to King. He's a great player. He is not fleet of foot laterally. King's got to drive that and create for himself or his teammates.
Turnover number 4 for UMBC. Long over to the right wing, Momo Kuba. Back to Long, off the bounce, the lefty for 3, drills it with a hand in his face from deep.
And he goes
17-12 Vermont.
Goes back the whole way, shaking his head hyped up, and now he's not guarding his man. He's talking instead of defending. And Downing wide open in the corner.
Cougar Downing rips a 3 quickly from the corner. Matching threes and a timeout from Vermont in a 17-15 game. .9:23 to play in the first half. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the game, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. Well, we've been waiting for a little UMBC life offensively. This is the number 1 offense in the conference, and finally we're seeing it in the last passage.
But you're playing a good defensive team that's got a good game plan, that's switching everything, that's containing the ball. I don't think UMBC is attacking it properly. But TJ Long, the guy, again, over the last 3 games, averaging 25 points a game. He is uber confident. That was a tough shot from NBA range he hit. Problem is when you're jogging back, shaking your head, talking noise to people, your Downing's now getting an open shot. Vermont has played so much better in this game. The score does not reflect that. They need to do some of the little things, making free throws, make sure you're guarding your man, to make the advantage here on the road for how well they've played, especially in half-court offense. They're getting exactly what they want. Offensively, UMBC is not at all. Their shot quality is so much better. Have to capitalize.
Well, Vermont's got guys who have been here before. They're seeking their 4th title in 5 years. They're 6th in the last 8 years. The class of the America East. Blake drives out of the right wing, kicks it left corner. Yalden for 3. Off front rim, no. Weak side rebound, ping-pongs around, but it falls to UMBC. That's Tension who has it. Retrievers down 2. King on the left wing. Starts right, dribbles left, now spinning into the lane. Kicks it out, Valentine rises for a right point 3. Front rim, no. And Yalden pulls down the rebound for Vermont.
Earlier just showed you why he's the player of the year in the conference. Really good defender, slide his feet, keep the ball in front.
Jumper on the right baseline. This is Sean Blake. That's off the heel. And the rebound to UMBC. Caden Diggs through traffic the other way. Gives to King. Drives out of the right wing. Blocked from behind by Barnett. And it goes out of bounds. UMBC will keep it.
It's great to see Barnett healthy after going down the first play, but he's had an impact on this game. Vermont can get more out of that. Side pick and roll and middle pick and roll. They've gotten really good stuff out of that. That shot by Blake was just forced. Make the Retrievers defend right now.
Vermont makes a couple of substitutions. Barnett comes off, but he has looked really good. It's his team best 22nd block of the season. Vermont a 2-point lead. UMBC basketball, 8:37 to go first half. Baseline out of bounds. Left side is dumped into tension. Skips it across to the right wing. Extra pass to the right corner. This is Valentine, but he doesn't pull. Valentine dribbling on the right wing. Josh Odunawo spins on the right baseline. Loses the ball. It rolls out of bounds. And as hands reached for it, it appears to be last off of the Yalden. So UMBC keeps it with 10 seconds now.
They were checking the challenge. I thought that went off Odunawo, but John Becker is not going to challenge the play.
So the trigger man is Valentine on the right side of the basket this time. Into King on the right wing, pumps, drives to the left, pulls up 20, right angle, jumper short, and the rebound pulled down by Hurley of Vermont. 17-15. Neither side has led by more than 5 points so far. Vermont the 2-point lead and the ball. 8:09 to play in the first half. Here's Hurley, the player of the year in the conference. Over to the right side, Mari. 3 ball is up off the heel, high rebound. They leap for it, and a foul is called.
Neither of these teams is a good offensive rebounding team, but that was a great play by Yalden to get them an extra possession.
7:59 to play in the first half. Vermont 17, UMBC 15. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed, sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 35% off paints and stains March 13th through the 23rd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
You can stream every Westwood One basketball game for free. Sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. Stop wasting ad budget on the wrong audience. LinkedIn Ads puts your message in front of the right decision makers. Spend $250, get $250. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms apply. For a live stream, go to westwoodonesports.com or download the Westwood One Sports app today. Vermont 17, UMBC 15, 7:59 to play, half one, with a championship and NCAA tournament berth on the line. Foul before the timeout on the rebound against UMBC's Jose Tanchin. So Vermont basketball in the front court with a fresh 20. That was the 14th foul on UMBC. 3 fouls against Vermont so far. Hurley backs out the dribble, 10 on the shot clock. Goes right to the elbow, fires a pass up top. Barnett deflected, gets it back to Hurley. Pump, a closeout. Hurley spins around. Now he fires the three. That's short, and the rebound comes down to Diggs of UMBC. Valentine straight away, drives right lane line, switches to the left hand, slithers inside and lays it in off glass to tie the game at 17.
Second team all-league player, great change of play, pace from left to right, went right at Hurley and finished with his left hand on the right side.
Drive down the right side, Blake lobs it to the wing for Hurley, falls down, but he kept the dribble alive. Gets it off to Kugwa, penetrates left side, skips it to the right wing, Blake. Blake up top for Mari. He drives out to Hurley. Hurley, step back three, well contested, off the heel, no. Rebound batted by Barnett of Vermont, but it's King on the move going forward with it for UMBC. Diggs straight away, pumps, drives left, hops to the left block, layup short, but a foul. And he'll go to the line after a blocking foul is called. This is on Hurley of Vermont.
The sophomore transfer from ODU, Diggs, has changed the game offensively for UMBC. He was the trailer there as they were flowing into offense. He caught at the top of the key, drove aggressively with his left hand. He is looking to make plays since he's come in this game, and he has.
Talented guy. He was once one of the highest-rated recruit, the highest-rated recruit in ODU history, as he brings out the first free throw. As the sun rises in the east, so does the march toward greatness, which has only just begun. This is the America East Conference, where champions rise. Second one up for Diggs. The free throw brings in. And UMBC takes an 18-17 lead.
I like that America East read. I feel very zen after that. That was good. I like that.
I feel motivated.
I feel motivated. I feel confident about what's about to happen in front of me, which is an NCAA tournament ticket being punched.
That read might finally get me in the gym. 6:45 to go first half. Low-scoring game. UMBC 18, Vermont 17. Feed down low on the run. Hurley catches on 2 feet and lays it in right-handed. Yalden had the find from up top. Vermont inches back in front. It's 19-18.
Really good point forward and out of the middle of screen and middle screening action, finding Hurley underneath.
O'Donovan, righty hook, middle of the key, off the glass, no rim, rebound Vermont. Trotting the waist-high dribble ahead is Kugwa, who runs point in a horn set. Kugwa terminates the dribble on the center court logo. Here's Yalden, right point. Dribbles it left hand to the left side. Looking for a cutter, gets it to Kugwa on the wing. Kugwa rolls it in, left of the lane, Yalden backing in, one-on-one with Tanchik. To the right hand as the help comes. He slithers through and hooks it home. It's 21-18 Vermont.
They ran the same action, just the other direction. They covered Hurley better on the slip, but they got Yalden then rolling into the post, 1v1 on an empty side.
Yalden has 6 points in this game. The newcomer of the year in the conference. UMBC ball backing in tension. Lefty hook on the baseline. Tough shot. And he hits it from a good 10 feet away. And it's 21-20. UMBC back within one. Yalden on the left wing for Vermont. Drives, picks up the dribble. Kicks it across right wing. Long for three. Halfway down and out. Yalden the rebound. Rises back and flips it over the front rim. That is 8 now for Yalden. 23-20. Vermont by 3.
They're bottom 15 in the nation in offensive rebound rate. Yalden is making an impact, though. They got to clean it up.
Valentine spins in the key to the left hand and lays it off the glass and in. 23-22, trading baskets here in Baltimore. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Kugwa up top for Vermont. Left wing Hurley. Defender pressed tightly on him. Works to the left baseline. Backing in now, just off the paint. Feeds it up top to Mari, who rises. Left wing three. Front rim, off the mark. Rebound, UMBC on the weak side, chinned by Valentine. Vermont, 1 of 11 now from 3. Tension right of the lane. One-on-one with Mari. Righty hooked on the baseline. An air ball and an offensive rebound by UMBC, but out of bounds goes O'Dunawo. He stepped out. And that's a turnover for the Retrievers.
A couple of Spaniards going 1v1 with Tanchin and Mari. This time the elder did not win on the high hook.
Both sides make a couple of substitutions. Tanchin comes out for UMBC, as does Yalden for Vermont. Yalden's played most of the way so far. 23-22 our score. Vermont has a 1-point lead in a back-and-forth America East Championship game here in Baltimore. 4:20 to go in the first half. Sean Blake off a couple of screens. Kicks it to the left corner. Mari pumps, drives, fires a pass to the right corner. A little hot for Johnson to handle, but does lasso it in. Now with the right coach's hash, this is Long. Oh, up top to Mari, fires a pass inside, gets it back. He kicks it to the left corner. The drive on the baseline by Blake. Shot clock running down, and a turnover on a pump fake. Long in the right corner, steps out of bounds.
He contacts his chest as the right move, but his footwork was a little off. He took a negative step back into the boundary.
We've reached the under 4 timeout at 3:57 to play in the first half. Vermont 23, UMBC 22. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
World class? That means you show up prepared every time. And your car deserves world-class protection when the unexpected hits. Because repairs aren't getting cheaper, and a breakdown doesn't care about your schedule. CarShield helps you protect yourself from costly repairs with coverage options built for real life. Commutes, road trips, errands, all of it. Get world-class protection for your vehicle. Learn more at carshield.com. carshield.com.
Along with Dallin Cuff, I'm Phil Constantino. You're listening to College Basketball on Westwood One, presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. The 2-seed Vermont 23, the 1-seed UMBC 22, with 3:57 to play in the first half here in Baltimore. Gus Yalden leads the way for Vermont with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Ace Valentine on the UMBC side, 6 points. Jalakai King, their leading scorer, 0 for 4 from the field. He's got nothing on the board for UMBC so far.
Yeah, he's got to get going. I keep talking about the switching defense. He's got to make the right drives. For Vermont, they got to make open threes. They're 1 for 11, as you noted before. 35% of their offense comes from three-point line. That's third highest in the league. They've got to knock down the open one.
And they make the most threes per game in the league as well. UMBC on the left wing. This is King. Straight away, Riley Jacob. Shot clock down to 10. Back to King at the coach's half left side. One dribble, sets, fires, 3-ball, halfway down and out. And the rebound is chested by Mari of Vermont. There's Blake straight away. Crosses over, drives right, spins to the left, and his pass is tipped. Ball is still loose in the middle of the court. Diggs comes up with it for UMBC, and a breakout for the Retrievers. Off the left side, Armstrong. Now they'll settle in the half court, down by 1, 3:12 to play, opening half. Armstrong up top with a dribble. Down the left lane line. Glides inside, off the glass and in. Flicked it in with the left hand as he tumbles down and is fouled. He'll have a chance at a free throw and a three-point play. It's 24-23, UMBC leads.
And again, he's attacking Mari, a four-man that's not as mobile laterally. Got him top of the key, so it's not great help. He's able to drive to his strong hand, his left hand, and finish and one.
Free throw for the lefty, a swish. DJ Armstrong completes the three-point play. He leads the way with 8 points, and UMBC has a 2-point lead, 25-23. The number 1 seed looking for their first trip to the NCAA tournament in 8 years. You know the last trip, 2018, when they became the first ever 16 to knock out a 1 seed, Virginia, led by then head coach Ryan Odom, who's now the head coach at Virginia.
And playing for a championship himself tonight against Duke.
Nalden backing in left side. Up top, it works to Law. Fade away, right wing, 3, bullseye. Just the second made 3 today by Vermont as Yalden gives a kiss to the UMBC crowd. Vermont back in front, 26-25.
Long's hit both of them. He's deadly off that closeout because he's using his ball fake. They got to stay down.
Valentine in the high post for UMBC. Works to the left wing, King. King faces up on Mari. Up top, Jacobs, just 10 on the shot clock for UMBC. Armstrong around the screen, turns, fires, lefty 3, and drills it. The answer from DJ Armstrong Jr., who's the first to double figures with 11. 28-26, UMBC. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Yalden hands off for TJ Long up top. Whipped over to the right wing, Hurley. Dumped into the post right side. This is Yalden backing in. Hands come. He spins to the baseline with a drop step. He flips it off the glass and in. Tied at 28.
Too easy. They got to make him feel pressure. If they're not going to double, somebody's got to make him feel a presence. It's too simple.
Yalden has 10 points. First to double figures for Vermont. Tied with nearing 90 seconds to go in the first half here in Baltimore. Championship tournament berth on the line. King, left foul line extended for UMBC. 10 on the timer. Rolls it into the post, left side Diggs. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, spins to the baseline. Fadeaway jumper, back rim no. And a strong side board is snatched by Mari of Vermont. Sean Blake on the right wing. Screen from Yalden. Motors forward. Ball whipped to the left corner, Long, and he stepped out of bounds on the left sideline, says the official near center court. That is a turnover for Vermont. Just their 3rd turnover so far, but an empty possession for the Catamounts.
He has 2 of them by stepping on the end line, on the sideline both times. He's got to be aware, and your footwork's got to be on point when you're in that corner.
Think about that. We're halfway almost through a conference championship game, and 2 unforced errors are 2 of the 3 turnovers. You got 1 and 2 in the conference here. On paper, the numbers and the efficiency for both of these teams, very similar and high end for mid-major basketball. Left corner, Ace Valentine for UMBC. Drives. Takes it to the right corner, King. Whipped around to the left side now. This is Diggs. And he travels. Tried to rip through and drive right off the left wing. And he stepped before the dribble. Turnover, UMBC.
But I love where his head's at. Again, he is looking to take advantage when he has an opportunity against either a bigger guy that can't stay in front of him or a smaller guard that he wants to drive. Just got to slow down. As John Wooden said, be quick, but don't hurry.
He's only got 3 points on the board. But remember that sluggish start? UMBC didn't hit from the field for the first 5 minutes of the game. He's sort of been a catalyst for them today, Caden Diggs.
He's got offensive rebounds. He has 4 free throw attempts. He only made 1. He's got himself to the line multiple times, so he's impacted the game. Also, a nice loose ball he dove on, so he's made good impact in this game.
45 seconds left in the first half here in Baltimore. Tied at 28, Vermont ball. Yalden backing in, left of the lane. Gets to the paint. Steps through 2 defenders. Muscles up a right-handed lay-in. That's too strong. And the rebound, UMBC. Nearly thrown away. But chased down by King in traffic at center court. And now Jim Ferry will take his use it or lose it first half timeout for UMBC. 30.4 remaining on the first half clock. About a 6-second difference game in shot clock. And the game tied at 28. Bill Constantino and Dallin Cup. We're here at our Grainger broadcast position in Baltimore, Maryland. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade products for your industry, next-day delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Too late to go for the 2-for-1 tie game. I figure if you're UMBC, you try and milk this as far down as you can and get maybe the last shot of the half.
Yeah, that's your hope. You 6 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. You want to run a good set. You want to get a good opportunity, and then you want to have good transition defense because you know that Vermont's blowing the ball the other way. Make sure, at very worst, you go into halftime tied, if not leading this game.
Largest lead for Vermont, 5. Largest lead for UMBC, 2. We're going to have a good second half, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Ace Valentine to trigger the sideline left inbounds for UMBC. Gets it to King, who's going to dribble on the UMBC logo at center and milk some clock. Softly guarded by Hurley. No 5 count on. Chance of defense from the Vermont fans across the way. They go with about 10 seconds on the shot clock. Armstrong on the right wing. Down to 5 seconds and 11 left in the half. Armstrong drives out of the right wing, pivoting inside, keeps his pivot foot, jumper mid-key, got it! That's a shot clock board. 2-point UMBC lead, 30-28. Vermont quickly down a half court. He nearly banked it in. Hurley almost had it to give Vermont a halftime lead. But after the main bucket, the jumper in the key by Armstrong, it's the number 1 seed UMBC 30. And the number 2 seed Vermont 28 at halftime.
That's who they're playing through. We saw it right there. Armstrong's got 13. They got him on the right wing so he can drive middle with a strong left hand. A little bit of a pivot series. Maybe a travel. Didn't matter. They go up 2 into the break.
That's the end of the first half. Again with the score, UMBC 30, Vermont 28. When we return, John Stashower rejoins us from our Westwood One studios with the halftime report. This is Westwood One's coverage of the America East Conference Championship.
This is the story of the One. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Should you get screened for lung cancer? Don't know where to start? The American Lung Association offers Illinois residents free transportation and financial assistance to make sure nothing stands in the way of your health. Early detection and intervention is simple and only takes a few minutes. Find out if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. Call a Lung Health Navigator today at 844-ALA-LUNG. That's 844-252-5864. Grant funding by the Illinois Department of Public Health.
This Christmas, the most loving gift you can give your family isn't something they unwrap. It's the gift of peace, knowing they'll be protected and guided when the time comes. Pre-plan with Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago, and you'll relieve your loved ones of difficult decisions during their time of grief. It's a wise act of love, one that becomes part of the legacy that you leave behind. Call Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago at 708-236-5407 or visit CatholicCemetieriesChicago.org to give the gift that brings peace far beyond the season.
Finally, car shopping made for you. Meet Car Gurus Discover, a new search feature where you can look for vehicles using your own words. Whether you want great gas mileage or extra trunk space, simply type it in, and Car Gurus Discover will give you real shoppable listings that match. It's no wonder Car Gurus is the #1 visited car shopping site, according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at CarGurus.com. Go to CarGurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's CarGurus.com. CarGurus.com.
Halftime in Baltimore. Championship game of the America East Tournament. Tight first half, as to be expected, between the top two seeds. And UMBC leading Vermont 30-28. I'm John Stashower. This is the first of 11 tournament championship games today and tonight around college basketball. There's the Big East, the Big 12, the Big West, the MAC, the WAC, the SWAC, the ACC, the MEAC, Mountain West, and Conference USA. We're going to have that game for you later tonight on Westwood One. Louisiana Tech and Kennesaw State. And that'll be preceded on Westwood One starting at 6:15 Eastern. The Big East final from New York. St. John's beat UConn at the Garden in early February, and then 2 weeks later in Hartford, the Huskies won 72-40. The only game the Red Storm has lost in its last 19, and if St. John's wins tonight, that's 2 years in a row where they've won both the regular season and the tournament in the Big East. There's also semifinal games today in 5 conferences, including the SEC in Nashville. So Vanderbilt getting to play at home, but coming up today, they've got to play the defending national champion Florida Gators. Here was Vandy coach Mark Byington after yesterday's win over Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, they're, whatever you want to say, the hottest team in the country. And, we don't have to beat them 12 times. We try to beat them once. And, we had a really good game in Memorial Gymnasium earlier this year. That could have went either way. I think they're a different team. I think they're better than what they were when we played in Memorial. But I think we got capability of being better than we were that night, too. So I know they're playing for a 1 seed. I think they're deserving. They're one of the best teams in the country. And so we're going to take a shot tomorrow and see what we got.
Yeah, that Florida's won 12 in a row. That earlier meeting with Florida was won by the Gators 98-94. Now, the second game is Arkansas and Ole Miss. 2 months after the Rebels played in the college football playoff semifinals, nobody expected them to be in the SEC basketball semis. They had 4 wins the entire regular season, but they've won 3 in this tournament. SEC semis on Westwood One coming up shortly. Airtime 12:45 Eastern. The Ivy League semifinals are underway, and they're at halftime in Ithaca, New York. Much higher scoring game than America East. Yale leads Cornell 49-42. Penn will play Harvard. The championship game is tomorrow, and we'll have that for you tomorrow on Westwood One, 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Our score at the half, UMBC leading Vermont 30-28. You're listening to the America East Championship on Westwood One.
Hey, it's Josh Arnold from the Bob and Tom Show. It's March, which means the tournament is officially here. The arenas are packed, and my bracket, well, it's completely busted. But it's also where underdogs rise, and every second counts. Rougiette knows that applies off the court, too. If things aren't working in the bedroom, you don't have to accept it. Rougiette Ready, their best seller, combines 3 ingredients in 1 minty dose that dissolves under your tongue. So you're ready physically and mentally, with effects lasting up to 36 hours. Getting started is simple. Rougiette connects you with a doctor online who can decide if a prescription is right for you. Then the treatment ships discreetly to your door. Rougiette, performance medicine for men. Head to rougiette.com/gameon and get 15% off your ED treatment. That's RUGIET.com/gameon for 15% off.
Prescription required. Telehealth is not intended to replace medical care. Please consult with your doctor. Restrictions apply. Visit RUGIET.com to learn more.
Kohl's gets it. Instant gratification is the best. Like waking up to freshly brewed coffee, hitting every green light on the way home, or getting instant Kohl's Cash. This weekend only, get $10 Kohl's Cash to use right away when you spend $25 or more. No waiting, no forgetting, no patience required. Offers end March 15th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora at Kohl's. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Class, today we're talking March Madness. Open your textbooks. Join thousands of other screaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. NCAA March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your men's basketball seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
Professor, this year my bracket is going to be perfect.
Right.
Welcome back to Conference Championship Week on Westwood One, presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. I'm John Stashauer. UMBC is looking for a third trip to the NCAA tournament. The last time they went was 2018, and as a 16 seed, they had the historic upset of Virginia. Vermont looking to go for the 11th time. The second half is coming up from Baltimore. Tight first half, UMBC leading 30-28. Coming up, we'll rejoin Phil Constantino and Dallin Cuff. Second half action is coming up. Stay with us. This is Westwood One's coverage of the America East Championship.
Don't waste your B2B marketing on the wrong people. With LinkedIn ads, you reach the right professionals where they already are. LinkedIn has a network of over 1 billion professionals. You can target your buyers by job title, industry, company, and more. That means no wasted shots, just buzzer beaters. Spend $250 on your first LinkedIn ads campaign and get a $250 credit for the next one. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. That's linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Should you get screened for lung cancer? Don't know where to start? The American Lung Association offers Illinois residents free transportation and financial assistance to make sure nothing stands in the way of your health. Early detection and intervention is simple and only takes a few minutes. Find out if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. Call a Lung Health Navigator today at 844-ALA-LUNG. That's 844-252-5864. Grant funding by the Illinois Department of Public Health.
This Christmas, the most loving gift you can give your family isn't something they unwrap. It's the gift of peace, knowing they'll be protected and guided when the time comes. Pre-plan with Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago, and you'll relieve your loved ones of difficult decisions during their time of grief. It's a wise act of love, one that becomes part of the legacy that you leave behind. Call Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago at 708-236-5407 or visit CatholicCemetieriesChicago.org to give the gift that brings peace far beyond the season.
Welcome back to Conference Championship Week. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for NCAA March Madness.
We're back at Chesapeake Employers Insurance Arena, the Peak, they call it, in Baltimore, Maryland. With Dallin Cuff, I'm Phil Constantino. At halftime, UMBC a 30-28 lead over Vermont in the America East Championship game. A 2-point lead ties for UMBC's largest of the game so far in a first half, Dallin, that featured 5 ties and 8 lead changes.
Yeah, there's a lot of intensity. When they got a bid to the NCAA tournament on the line, and both teams are playing like it. Had his nerves early, have settled into the game. I think one thing that's jumped out to me that's pretty interesting is TJ Hurley, player of the year in the league, 4 points. Jalakai King, the first team all-league player for the Retrievers, 0 points. So how these stars of both teams impact the second half will go a long way to who is dancing next week.
The leading scorers so far, TJ Armstrong Jr. for UMBC has 13, the only Retriever in double figures. Gus Yalden of Vermont has 10. He is the only Catamount in double figures. In the first half, UMBC shot 40% from the floor and 4 of 10 from 3 after a sluggish start. Vermont, on the other hand, Dallin, 44% from the floor and just 2 of 13 from 3 for a very good three-point shooting team that relies on it a lot.
100%. They make the most threes. They're 35% in the league, I should say. 35% of their offense comes from behind the arc. They need to keep shooting them. Yeldon got 2 wide-open pick-and-pop threes, both airball one and one snatched the backboard. He has to continue to look at the rim and be confident. Outside of TJ Long, nobody is making threes. They got to continue to shoot them when open and be confident. If they have the closeout situation, drive it, create for themselves or their teammates.
Again, our score at the half, UMBC 30, Vermont 28. The start of the second half is just ahead. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like replacing my bike in case of an accident?
Progressive's total loss coverage can help with that.
Great. And you also agree with me that my riding club should ride to the aquarium instead of cruising around a mountain, right?
Actually, we just do insurance. We don't vote in riding clubs.
Nice. 2 votes for the turtle exhibit.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
What are you, some kind of turtle hater?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
Moments away from the start of the second half in Baltimore, where the #1 seed UMBC has a 2-point lead, 30-28, over the #2 seed Vermont here at the America's Championship game. UMBC seeking its 3rd America East tournament title and its 3rd NCAA tournament trip. Its first since 2018, when they upset #1 seed Virginia as a 16 seed. Dallin, I've never seen this before. Here in the arena, there is a banner that hangs that honors one single game. Number 16 UMBC 74, #1 Virginia 54 in the NCAA tournament first round.
Phil, when you etch your name in history, you should honor that one game. Like that game put this brand, these 4 letters UMBC, into the consciousness of our sporting culture. That deserves to be recognized. That's how people recognize this team and this school. That said, Jim Ferry did tell me earlier this week, our team loves that. They know that. These guys have made their own mark, though. They won the first regular season championship here since 2008, but you got to finish the deal. You got to get to the dance.
To think that last year they went just 8-20, and there was a little pressure on Jim Ferry to have a good season this year. And I think people forget they won by 20 that night, UMBC.
I mean, UVA literally melted down. They were doing things they hadn't done all year. It was remarkable and astonishing to watch.
Vermont, on the other hand, they're the class of the conference. They are seeking their 12th America East tournament title and their 11th NCAA tournament trip. 12th America East title, I guess 11th in the tournament. Back in 2020, when the conference championship game was canceled, the conference gave co-championships to the 2 finalists that remain. So technically, 11 tournament titles is what they are going for, and 12th America East title overall is what they are going for. Again, 30-28 is our score. This place is almost packed to the brim. Capacity 6,000, 2 decks, kind of a horseshoe style with no seats to our right behind the basket, but 2 decks of seats around the other 3 sides. They're waving the gold shakers all game.
You know what's interesting, though? The students are only behind the backboard in the first half, not the second half, and they're shooting critical free throws. They did impact the free throw shooting in the first half.
And Vermont has the ball attacking to our right, away from the students, as we start the second half here in Baltimore. Hurley inside Ealden. One dribble, dumps it lower in the post. This is Barnett. Kicks it out. Right wing, three. Blake way off the mark. Hit the backside of the glass. Rebound UMBC. Long outlet ahead. And now the Retrievers will settle in the half court. Leading it by 2. Up top, Armstrong. Over to Valentine, right wing. Dumped right of the lane, backing in. Tanship skips it. Armstrong, left wing. Over to King, left foul line extended. 3 ball, short. And the rebound on the weak side by Blake. Jalakai King now 0 for 5 from the field. Their leading scorer this season. Vermont basketball down by 2. Blake picking his way, left elbow. Skips it to Ealden, right corner. Ealden handoff for Johnson curling behind. And his pass on a give and go to Ealden. Stolen away. Valentine in transition. Layup off the mark. Follow-up good, but a foul first. And the foul is on the contest of the original shot by Valentine on the fast break layup.
I thought Michael Langfleury is going to play advantage like a soccer referee. Just let it play on because the layup was going to be made by the Retrievers, and it was, but he blew the whistle quite late.
And so to the free throw line, down to our left, walks Ace Valentine, who is 2 of 2 at the stripe today, a 75% free throw shooter.
My man that was topless in the first half, they put his shirt back on now that his team is shooting. I noticed.
Takes a deep breath and hits the first one. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Yeah, the spirit fingers are in the air. They're very calm and still as Valentine goes straight down with the second one. It's a 2 for 2 trip and a 4-point UMBC lead, largest today for the Retrievers. Ealden up top, fires the ball over to the right wing for Vermont. This is Hurley, the conference player of the year. Gives it to Ben Johnson, high on the left wing, 10 on the shot clock. Bernard, the big man, stretched out. Hands for Hurley at the center court logo. Hurley now with 5 seconds at the right point. Steps back, left angle, 3, long 2, and he drills it. At his feet on the line, fading away on the left angle, and makes it a 2-point game, 32-30.
So which star was going to step up, King or Hurley? Hurley looks ready to go. That was a tough shot.
7 points in the game for Hurley. Valentine on the right wing for UMBC. Up top, Armstrong. Bodies go down at the top of the key. That's Odunawo who gets back up. 10 on the timer, King on the left wing. King surveying the defense. Gives it up top, Valentine. Valentine with 5 seconds left. Crosses over. 3 seconds. Deep fadeaway 3. Halfway down and out. Offensive rebound by Odunawo. Kicks it out. Deep right side 3. Armstrong. It's good. And the peak erupts. UMBC by 5. 35-30. Blake drives left lane line for Vermont. Kicks it right side. This is Hurley. On the wing, crossover dribble. Drives the baseline. Screen from Barnett. Picking his way inside. Feeds it for a cutter. Ball loose in the feet and scooped up by Johnson. Little pocket pass to Barnett. He misses a layup front rim. Offensive rebound, Vermont. Left side 3 goes up and off the mark from Hurley. And a rebound pulled down by Tanchin of UMBC. A little pace for the Retrievers now. Armstrong on the left wing. Doesn't use the screen. They settle back in the half court. 3 minutes into the second half. Baseline right drive by Valentine. Circles the dribble all the way around. 14-foot jumper straight away and a foul. Ealden's right arm got up on the contest, and it knocked Valentine to the hardwood.
That was going to be a tough shot over the 6'9" Ealden, who's almost got a 7-foot wingspan. Just make him make that over. He's kind of, it was like a pickup game. He came from under the basket, got to the middle of the lane, and was going to shoot a little floater from 12 feet. Make him make that.
He came into today with double figures in 10 of his last 11, Ace Valentine. First free throw is good. With Tax Slayer simply free, there's no cost to file, no surprise upgrades. Get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. See if you qualify.
One quick note, Ben Johnson just subbed out for TJ Long. Long has to play most of this half. Johnson's a good player. He does not offer the same floor spacing or offensive punch as that second free throw goes that Long does. He's got to be in the game for the Cats.
2-for-2 trip for Valentine at the line. It's 37-30, UMBC by 7. Valentine, a perfect 6 of 6 at the stripe in this game, and he now has 10 points. And they get double figures in 11 of last 12.
TJ should have shot that. He had a wide open look off the screen. He's open again. Let it fly.
On the left wing, he pumps. He doesn't shoot. Now drives the lane and shoots an off-balance fadeaway from the left elbow, and he hits it as he falls to his backside. Double clutched in the air, and he still hit it to make it a 5-point game again.
He had 3 opportunities to take attempts. He by far had the hardest one he took, and he made it.
UMBC basketball. Sanchin backing in from the top of the key. One-on-one with Barnett. Riding hook. Got it from the second hash of the right lane line. Swishes it down. 39-32, excuse me. UMBC.
Sanchin started the last 12 games. He has been an impact player, rebounding, and he's also an offensive threat. You've seen why.
Baseline left drive by Hurley, and he's cut off for Vermont. Lobs a pass out to center court for Yalton. Just 7 seconds on the shot clock. TJ Long heaves up a fall away deep right side 3. He missed it. Walden has the offensive rebound, and he's fouled right as the shot clock was turning to 0. The initial shot never hit the rim, and a bailout for Vermont. Yalden to the free throw line when we come back. UMBC 39, Vermont 32, 15:50 to play. This is Westwood One's coverage of the America East Conference Championship.
Don't waste your B2B marketing on the wrong people. With LinkedIn ads, you reach the right professionals where they already are. LinkedIn has a network of over 1 billion professionals. You can target your buyers by job title, industry, company, and more. That means no wasted shots, just buzzer beaters. Spend $250 on your first LinkedIn ads campaign and get a $250 credit for the next one. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. That's linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Should you get screened for lung cancer? Don't know where to start? The American Lung Association offers Illinois residents free transportation and financial assistance to make sure nothing stands in the way of your health. Early detection and intervention is simple and only takes a few minutes. Find out if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. Call a Lung Health Navigator today at 844-ALA-LUNG. That's 844-252-5864. Grant funding by the Illinois Department of Public Health.
This Christmas, the most loving gift you can give your family isn't something they unwrap. It's the gift of peace, knowing they'll be protected and guided when the time comes. Pre-plan with Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago, and you'll relieve your loved ones of difficult decisions during their time of grief. It's a wise act of love, one that becomes part of the legacy that you leave behind. Call Catholic Cemeteries of Chicago at 708-236-5407 or visit CatholicCemetieriesChicago.org to give the gift that brings peace far beyond the season.
And Westwood One Sports Sunday night for the official announcement of both the 2026 NCAA men's and women's tournament brackets. It's Selection Sunday, hosted by Jason Horowitz, PJ Carlissimo, and Debbie Antonelli. Be the first to know where your favorite team is headed or if their bubble burst. Plus, you'll hear from many of the coaches whose teams will be in the big dance. That's Selection Sunday, Sunday night from 6 until 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. Gus Yalden fouled before the timeout. Shooting down to our right, misses the first free throw. Second one upcoming, deep knee bend, arches it up and in. And that makes it a 6-point game. 39-33, UMBC on top of Vermont. 15:50 to play in the America East Championship. And Yalden immediately subbed out.
Vermont shoots 72% on the season. They are currently 37.5% from the free throw line. 3 for 8. You've got to make foul shots on the road to win a game of this magnitude.
UMBC basketball in white, moving right to left. Here's King up top. He is still scoreless today. 0 of 6, their leading scorer this season and a first-team all-conference player. Backing in left of the lane, Adunawo. Muscles, righty hook shot around the rim and down. It's 41-33, an 8-point lead for UMBC. Blake to the left corner, it works long. Drives baseline for Vermont. Rises, misses the layup. Got his own miss on the weak side and jumps up and two-hands it back in. 41-35 our score. And that is 12 points in the game for Long. Drive inside, and the ball is knocked out of bounds.
They want to replay immediately.
Away from Tanchen here, and it's going to stay with UMBC per the call on the court.
And John Becker now is calling for the review. They will have a review. It was 3 catamounts turned right away around, turning to say, hey, let's review this, coach. And he obliged.
41-35 the score. UMBC by 6, 14:58 to play. Our trio of officials will make their way. Let's check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Straight Talk. Next, we've got the SEC semifinals. Tonight, the Big East championship game, UConn versus St. John's. Also, the Conference USA championship game, Kennesaw State versus Louisiana Tech. Every now and then, you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now, that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and straighttalk.com. With the score, UMBC 41, Vermont 35, 14:58 to play second half. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-566-7079. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-566-7079. That's 800-566-7079. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired of watching hard-working Americans play soft defense against unexpected car repairs. A broken transmission won't pay for itself. That's why I ride with CarShield. Great savings and great defense go hand in hand. They protect up to 5,000 parts like your engine and AC. Can you afford a repair bill in the thousands? Then don't tell me you can't afford CarShield with month-to-month options. There's a plan for every budget. So go to carshield.com for your free quote. carshield.com.
Challenge and their timeout.
Bill Constantino and Dallin Cuff here at our Grainger broadcast position in Baltimore, Maryland. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business advance when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. The challenge successful by John Becker of Vermont. The ball clearly off the knee upon further review of Jose Tanchen of UMBC. So Vermont keeps its timeout. Successful challenge. Vermont basketball just inside 15 to go here in Baltimore. And it's UMBC 41, Vermont 35. John Blake out of a horn set. Becker's left, then skips it across to the right wing. Mari. Tightly pressing man-to-man defense here from UMBC. High on the left side, Hurley. Over to Mari on the right wing. Drives. Kicks it over to Long on the left wing. He penetrates baseline. Feeds it left corner. Mari for 3. Air ball Long. And the rebound is secured by Tanchen. Nearly lost it out of bounds, but he keeps it. King of UMBC knights into the lane. Shot blocked by Hurley. swatted it with his left hand out of bounds.
I'm not sure how long John Becker's going to leave Yalden on the bench. There's been 2 media timeouts since he sat out. He's been out of action for almost 8 minutes of real time. He's rested. He got to play.
He has 11 points and 4 rebounds. You can make an argument he could have won Conference Player of the Year in the league. A lot of people thought he would. He's their leading scorer and rebounder this year. He's played 18 minutes in this game and averages about 26 per. King on the left wing for UMBC. Drives the baseline. Layup is short. A lot of contact in there. On we play. And then a travel is called on Vermont. So Vermont comes up with the rebound. Lucas Mari, though, falls to his backside. And Michael Langfleury, the official on the near side, says he rolled over. That's a travel.
I mean, that's the right call. He fell down, first of all. You could have called the foul on the shot, too. I wasn't sure there was better verticality on the help side. But most importantly, Mari didn't call the flare screen. He caused the whole problem. The freshman's got to communicate the screening action so they can't even get the drive into the lane.
And King is now 0 for 8 for UMBC. Here is Tanchin backing in left of the lane, and a lot of contact. A foul was called before the shot by Barnett.
His arm got kind of curled up into Tanchin's. They doubled a little bit earlier in the first half. Tanchin's taken 4 or 5 dribbles. You're going to have to make him feel some sort of pressure. If you're not going to bring a double, that's okay. But a guard's got to dig. Something's got to happen to make him feel pressure.
So Barnett picks up the personal. That is 3 personal fouls on Vermont. Foul count second half 3-1. And that is his 3rd personal. UMBC basketball. 10 on the shot clock. King on the right wing. He's still 0 for today. UMBC is up by 6 here. Valentine straight away, crosses over, steps back, left rim, 3 ball. Front rim, no. Rebound falls to the floor, and a foul is called.
Oops.
And a little bit of jawing afterwards. The officials come in and separate Tanchin from the pack for UMBC. He exchanged a couple of words with Sean Blake of Vermont.
Good officiating, Michael Langfleury. We had a really good angle to that. Tanchin kind of bumped Blake. Blake pushed him back. Fleury was in there right away, the official, to break it up and make sure we're just moving on.
Foul is on Tanchin. Second on UMBC, his second. Vermont basketball nearing 13 and a half to play. UMBC up by 6. Title on the line here in Baltimore. Yalden back in the game. He's backing in left of the lane. Help comes. Kicks it out. Blake pumps. Penetrates. Righty layup. Off glass and in. Out of the left side. 4-point game again. 41-37.
Smart play by Yalden, too. He just walled off Tanchin. He kept backing up so Tanchin couldn't help side and block the shot.
UMBC basketball. King straight away. Flips it over to Armstrong, right wing. Trying to lose long. Driving baseline. Now backing in. Up top, Tanchin. Pumps, drives, and a foul on Yalden. A blocking foul. He was late to slide his feet to the right. And that is the 2nd personal on Yalden. And the 4th on Vermont here in the second half.
This is a Retrievers team that has made 105 more free throws than its opponents in this year. That's top 10 in the nation. That said, they've not gotten the line a ton in this game. And already 4 personal fouls, 7 minutes into the game. If they get themselves the bonus, they can capitalize.
Downing the trigger, the sideline left inbounds for UMBC. Valentine here on the left wing. Digs now straight away. Slants the dribble to the right wing. Terminates it. Up top, Valentine. Drives, kicks it, Downing, left wing. 3 ball, good! And he turns to the crowd and poses. It's 44-37 UMBC. Up top, Blake fires it down low off the fingertips of Yalden and stolen away by Armstrong. UMBC comes right to left. Armstrong, here's Downing left wing. Quick closeout comes. Straight away now, Valentine. Back to the left side, Tanchin. He tries a 3 ball. Back rim, no. High rebound. Mari rises and snatches for Vermont. Long pulls up the dribble on the right wing. UMBC has the lead here by 7, and it's thrown away. Blake just threw it into the bench. Here is Coach John Becker. Nobody home on that side of the floor. 7th turnover by Vermont today.
One of the best in the nation in terms of turnover rate. They only turn it over on 14% of their possessions, top 40 in the nation. First in league play. Last 2 possessions, just errant passes.
UMBC looking now to try and capture its largest lead of the game. They're up by 7, inside of 12 to go. Tanchin gives to Downing on the right wing. He shoots the 3. Off the mark. Right side iron and the rebound to Vermont. That was a deep one.
Don't let the energy of the crowd get too much for you right now. Those last two shots are bad shots. One by Tanch, one by Down.
Hurley against Armstrong. Drives, kicks it, left corner. Long, one time for three. That pops out. It was halfway down and popped up and out. Tanch in the rebound.
Second one of the half. He's had halfway down. That's a great look. Good driving kick.
UMBC the lead by 7 in the ball. Armstrong high on the left side. Over to the right side. This is Valentine. Now tension. Triple teamed right of the lane. Spins around, and a jump ball is the signal as arms reached in. Jump ball the signal just before a travel good had been called. 11:13 to play in Baltimore. UMBC 44, Vermont 37. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role, but elevates it. Indeed, sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
It's time for the Liberty Mutual Fact of the Game.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Today's fact is Vermont versus UMBC Dallin here in the America East Championship game. This is the fourth all-time meeting between the two sides. They met previously in 18, 19, and 2022. Vermont leads the series 2-1. That is tied for the most common championship game meeting in America East history. Vermont and Albany, the other.
Great fact. Love it.
UMBC 44, Vermont 37, nearing 11 minutes to go. UMBC basketball. And a double team to the right corner causes Jacobs to bobble the ball, and the shot clock horn sounds. And a shot clock violation is forced by the Vermont Catamounts. Armstrong leads the way for UMBC with 16. Long leads the way for Vermont with 12. Here in crunch time, here in the conference title game.
Yalden is out again, coming out of immediate timeout.
This line drive by Long is cut off. Barnett on the right wing for Vermont. Pitches it over to Hurley. Hurley, Kugler around to the left side. Murray rises for three. Bucket! And he turns and gives a fist pump to the Vermont faithful. It's a 4-point game. UMBC 44, Vermont 40.
Only their third made three of the game. They desperately needed that.
Backing in left side, Oduo for UMBC. Tries to muscle through Murray. He can't. The layup left short, and Murray has the rebound for Vermont.
Freshman is having an impact on both sides. He got the steal last possession, too.
Barnett right of the key for Vermont. Backing in against Jacobs. Jacobs plops down, no call. Barnett skips it to the left side. Hurley now straight away for three. It's good. TJ Long. Back-to-back threes for Vermont. 44-43. 10:03 to play. Vermont is back within one. Long leads the way with 15 now. Yalden on the bench, pumping up the Vermont crowd behind him. A 30-second timeout is called for by Jim Ferry of UMBC. Well, we were waiting for them to finally start hitting some threes in succession. And there it is for Vermont to make it a one-point game. Download the Westwood One Sports app and catch every minute of March Madness, anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today.
Can I make this point again real quick? Go ahead. I'm so tired of mid-majors playing these things at neutral venues. This is where it should be. Hey, you've earned the right to host it. You've got UMBC fans screaming at UMBM fans right now. We got battling chants, great traveling crowd from Burlington. This is what this atmosphere is supposed to be like with a big dance spot in the line.
UMBC's president kept the dorms open an extra day so that the students could be here for the game. Vermont's band drove through the night from the women's conference championship game last night so that they could be here for this game. And it's packed and it's electric. UMBC basketball. Near center court, it's Ace Valentine. Valentine doesn't pull the trigger on a step back. 6 on the timer. Here's King, left wing, working against Hurley. Fires it over to Valentine. He tries a deep three and an air ball short. Shot that from near the logo. Empty possession for UMBC.
The defense has been different for the Catamounts. The last 4 possessions, their rotations have been better. They're switching. They're containing the ball better. And their help has been great and really impacted some turnovers there. They just kept everybody in front. Forced their third turnover in the last 4 possessions.
UMBC by 1. Vermont hasn't led since 26-25. Drive out of the left side. That's Hurley with a righty floater off glass. Vermont 45, UMBC 44. It's an 8-0 run. Nearing 9 minutes to go. King, left wing. Diggs now open, left wing, 3, way off, hit the glass first, and the rebound is pulled down by TJ Long of Vermont.
They're settling for threes. They're not getting the paint touches they were. They've got to be more aggressive. First of all, they got to get stops on one end. Get out in transition has helped them too.
Scoreless for about 4 minutes, UMBC. Drive down the right lane line. This is Mari, misses the layup strong. Rebound, UMBC. Diggs pushes the pace the other way. Euro step in the lane, righty layup, a finger roll. It's good. And it's 46-45 UMBC. Here's Kugwa up top for Vermont. Over to Hurley. On the right wing. Yalden still on the bench. Off the bounce. He rises for 3. Right iron, no. Murray, the tip follow with 2 hands over the front. 47-46. Vermont by a point. They just keep on trading baskets. Tension up top for UMBC, and we have a foul after the pass. Jalakai King on the right wing is fouled by TJ Long of Vermont.
How about Mari's participation in this game? The freshman from Spain has had a massive impact in the second half. Multiple great defensive plays, hit a huge three that started their run. Just get the tip on the last possession. He's been great.
And how about the job Vermont has done on Jalakai King? He averaged 16 points per game this season versus Vermont. He had 24 in the last meeting. He's got nothing right now.
Yeah.
And Vermont has a 1-point lead. Tension off the inbounds for UMBC. Off glass with a righty hook shot. That doesn't go. Rolls off the front. The rebound, Blake on Vermont. Inside of 8 to go. Vermont by 1.
He just rushed it. He had TJ Long. He had a guard on him. He was right to the rim. But take your time.
Blake bounce pass. Kugwa left baseline. Rises for a jam. Missed it. Got it back and he lays it in. UMBC is screaming for a held ball after the ball was wedged between the rim and Kugwa. But count it for a deuce, and it's Vermont by 3.
I thought it was more of a block than a held ball. He didn't have it long enough his hand on the ball to call a jump.
Here's Diggs, right elbow for UMBC. Commercial dribble inside. Big shot stop. Fadeaway jumper. Rattles it down. And it's 49-48. Nearing 7 minutes ago. 1-point game again. Vermont in front. Blake up top. Over to the right side, Maury on the wing. He dribbles towards center court. Crosses over, can't lose Diggs. Slides the dribble around to the left side. Now Maury, the freshman, fires it inside and a jam! Barnett on a roll to the rim, rises and flushes it with two hands. It's 51-48 Vermont. As the Vermont faithful rise to their feet and a timeout is taken by UMBC. Vermont 51, UMBC 48, 6:45 to play. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
You can stream every Westwood One basketball game for free. Sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. Stop wasting ad budget on the wrong audience. LinkedIn Ads puts your message in front of the right decision makers. Spend $250, get $250. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms apply. For a live stream, go to westwoodonesports.com or download the Westwood One Sports app today. 6:45 to go here in Baltimore. America East Conference Championship. Vermont 51, UMBC 48. The 2 seed has a 3-point lead on the 1 seed on the road. UMBC basketball out of the timeout. Gus Yalden still not in the game here for Vermont.
I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if he's injured. He's up off the bench. He's active, but he's not participating.
He's sitting in the first seat right near the coaches right now. Odunawo. Hands off for Diggs, who doesn't shoot an open right corner 3. Now Tinchin, a deep 3 on the right wing. That's off the heel, no. And the rebound comes down to Blake of Vermont.
That's not his game. They've got to get more paint touches. The last 5 to 6 minutes, it's been all perimeter. Good defense, but they're settling too.
Vermont ball up by 3. The left wing 3 from the lefty long doesn't go. And the rebound pulled down by Tinchin of UMBC. Armstrong, catch and shoot, left wing 3. Got it! To tie the game at 51-19 for Armstrong. Leads the way for UMBC. Right wing, Sean Blake for Vermont. Whipped around to the left side, long. Rips through, drives baseline, but picks up the dribble. Shot clock is down to 10. Maury on the left wing. Screen from Barnett, works to the right, fires it to Barnett down low. He kicks it right corner. Good one, open, 3-ball, air ball, long. And the rebound by Tinchin of UMBC.
26% three-point shooter. That's who you want shooting it right now if you're a Retriever fan.
9th rebound of the game for Tinchin. Drive straight down the lane. Floater good. Count it for Valentine. And a foul. And a flex of the muscles to the crowd. UMBC 53, Vermont 51. Valentine, a chance for one more.
Mari took a shot to the face. Now, the Vermont players are saying that you should challenge this since it's an elbow to the face. That's a natural basketball play. He's a left-handed player. John Becker's all the way out on the floor talking to Mike Lang-Fleury, the official. And Mari's still down under the basket. He's appealing. This is not a challenge. He's appealing when they look at it. He's making an elbow motion, John Becker is. So you can appeal to a referee to make a call. We'll see if that's actually confirmed, because if an appeal is deemed negative, it's wrong, he loses the timeout for that. Or do the referees go on their own accord? Somebody has to let us know what that decision is, but it seemed like Becker asked.
For Valentine, he's up to 12 points in the game. It's a 2-point game at the moment. UMBC 53, Vermont 51, 5:22 to go. Mari is still not fully to the Vermont bench yet. He's stopped halfway there at the midcourt line and keeled over. The athletic training staff right in front of the scorer's table has come over to look at him.
So he slid over. He slid over on weak side help, and it's a left-handed driver in Armstrong going right down the lane line. So he slid over a little bit late. He was too late to take a charge in the modern game, but he got his body there, generated a lot of contact. The elbow did look like him in the face, but when you watch this play in real time and in slow-mo, to me, look, he's trying to score, and he did. It was a natural motion with his shooting arm. It wasn't the off arm, and you can visualize so many times guys will put that off arm into your face or your chest. That's different. This looked like it was a shooting arm and a natural shooting motion.
And how much does this change things if a flagrant is called on the elbow that you feel was natural? I kind of feel, too, was natural by Valentine. He's going to have one more free throw for the end one, but then it would be free throws and possession the other way for Vermont. So this is a big call here.
Well, for it to be an F1, it has to be excessive or unnecessary. He made the shot. He's left-handed shooting with his left hand. It's necessary that he puts his elbow underneath his arm to shoot the ball. And it's not excessive because he made the basket. I think it's obvious.
Well, you don't want to know my feeling on the rule.
After review, it is just a common foul on the floor. Play.
Well, I feel that's probably right. Seems like you feel that's right.
What is noteworthy, though, is they did not say it was an appeal. So John Becker not charged timeout. Vermont still has 3.
It's tough to, I think, call a flagrant in that situation, but also I think it's always tough to call a flagrant if you don't call a foul against him on the court.
Yeah.
So Valentine to the line. He's a perfect 6 of 6 at the free throw line today. And this to give UMBC a 3-point lead. They're up 53-51. On his tippy toes, brings it in. Skips away from the line, holding the stroke. And it's 54-51 UMBC by 3 with 5:22 to go. A little 6-0 spurt here for the Retrievers.
Trying to get Yalden touching the post. They do.
Back on the court, Yalden. He pitches to the left wing for Hurley. And an illegal screen. A turnover. DJ Armstrong fighting around, gets cut down. Yalden picks up the foul on the illegal screen. And that is his 3rd personal and the 7th on the team.
He went a little bit too quick. Hurley did. So with that hand, he's got to give his guy another second to get set there.
And Yalden walks off. Puts his palms to the sky. He just looks frustrated. UMBC basketball. On the right wing, this is DJ Armstrong. Dribbles to the top. The big man Barnett switches out to him. Step back, right wing. 3 ball. Good! Oh, he hit that falling away from way outside. 57-51 UMBC. Armstrong has 22. 9-0 UMBC run. And a lot of electricity in the peak right now. Jackson Skipper just on for the first time today. Drives. Flips it up top to Hurley. Chance of defense. Shot clock down to 5. Double team to Hurley at center court. Hurley tries a deep fadeaway 3. And he hits it at the horn. How about that from Hurley? 57-54. 3-point game again. And 11 points for Hurley. Valentine of UMBC working in the post right side. Skips it across to the left side tension. He drives the bin slide. He skips it right wing. Whipped around to the left side. Armstrong on the wing. Tries off the bounce, a fadeaway three, doesn't go. On the closeout, he goes down. No call, and the rebound comes down to Vermont. 3:40 to play. 3-point game, UMBC the lead. Here's Long up top. Drives left side, fadeaway jumper at the elbow. It's blocked. And UMBC is on it. Bounce pass, left side, down left side. Kicks it out, catch it. Wide open, left wing three. Off the mark, and the rebound tipped around. A foul is called. This is on UMBC's Josh Adunuo with 3:22 to go.
Whew, take a breath, Phil. This is bananas right now. But I got to say this. Yolden's got to get back in. Hurley's got to back in. Vermont has to execute this half-court possession offensively.
UMBC 57, Vermont 54, 3:22 to play. You're listening to the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Class, today we're talking NCAA championships and life lessons. Schoolwork got you stressed? Feeling overwhelmed? Need a place to unleash a quick hearty yell? Yeah! You gotta get off the couch and join thousands of screaming fans for a heart-pounding in-person to believe NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Will this be on the test?
Oh, sweet child. This is the test.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
The most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer, file fearlessly.
62 apiece. The NCAA on the line. 5 seconds to play. Lyles pull up three. Top of the key. He hit it. He hit it with a half a second to play. UMBC leads Vermont by 3 with a half second to play.
Kevin Lee had the call on Westwood One in 2018 as UMBC went on to win it 65-62. And you know what happened next? They went on to the NCAA tournament as a 16 seed, and they upset Virginia in the first round in 2018. First ever 16 to do it. There's since been another one. FDU did it to Purdue a few years ago. And UMBC trying to get back there for the first time since that game. UMBC by 3, 3:13 to go as we break from the under 4. Vermont basketball. Top of the key, this is Hurley. Over to the right side, Blake. Crosses over, drives right, spins into the middle of the key. Righty layup off the rim, no. Tanchen the rebound. That's his 10th board for UMBC.
Great move by Blake. Didn't have the finish.
Valentine walks it ahead. Jersey untucked. And out, calming everybody down. 2:45 to go. UMBC by 3 on the ball. Armstrong on the right wing has Barnett, the big man, on him. Bounce pass to the post right side. Lefty hook, Tanchen. Off the rim, no. Fight for the rebound. Swatted out of bounds by Yalton, who's back in for Vermont.
I like that play. Yeah, Tanchen on the mismatch with Long on him in the post. He went right to his left hand, didn't finish. But then the offensive rebound, defensive rebound, they couldn't clean up.
UMBC ball, it's still a defensive possession for Vermont. Yalden's going to come off here where they have a chance to get him out.
But they want offense, defense. They are a better defensive team when he's not on the floor. They got to get a stop.
Inbound successful for UMBC. They're up by 3 in the ball, 2.5 to play here in the America East Championship. Armstrong on the left wing, step back, 3-ball, foul, it's good! He hit it, falling into the fans court side, plus a foul. 60-54. UMBC by 6. Armstrong going off. He's got 25.
He is Billy Hoyle. He is in the zone. That was a ridiculous shot, and count it. This place erupted.
And he had no room. He was all the way up against the sideline. It took out a few fans right there. And now the lefty toes the line, shooting a free throw, rattles it down. And it's a 4-point play to give UMBC a 3-possession lead. 61-54, 2:20 to go. Blake ahead of Steve, drives left to the basket. Righty finger roll over the front. He's good.
Great step-up ball screen. It's a flat ball screen where Yalden's back is parallel to the baseline, allowing him to go either way. He finishes to the rim.
61-56. UMBC basketball. They have the lead. Armstrong off the handoff against Long. Between the legs dribble, a crossover. Another between the legs dribble. He steps back for another deep three. He hits this one. Oh! Armstrong again from deep. UMBC 64, Vermont 56. Armstrong has 29. Yalden left wing for Vermont. The three sits on the heel. No. Rebound Odunawo for UMBC. 90 seconds to play and a foul.
DJ Armstrong has now put his name into history in UMBC basketball. This performance down the stretch, these shots, folks, are 24-footers. These are NBA shots, step backs with the lefty getting buckets, and one of them is an and one with a guy all over it.
What a performance by DJ Armstrong Jr. carrying the load as Jalakai King, their leading scorer this season, is still scoreless in this game.
He hasn't played. King has not played the last 3 minutes. They've gone away from him. They've gone to Valentine and Armstrong as your two lead guards, and both of them delivered, particularly Armstrong.
64-56 the score. UMBC by 8, 129 to go. That was the 19th foul and the fourth on Barnett for Vermont. Shooting 1-and-1. Free throw goes down for Odunawo. His first free throw attempt of the game. He's a 71% free throw shooter. That makes it a 9-point lead. And now a chance to stretch it to 10 for the first time today for either team.
The biggest difference in this game is the free throw line, where they are plus 10 currently, now plus 11. And then the three-point line, they have made 10 to Vermont's 15, plus 15. They've made shots the Retrievers have.
66-56 the score after the two makes. In the left corner, Ben Johnson for Vermont. Up to the wing for TJ Long. Back to Johnson. Fires it down low. Yalden misses the layup. Got his own miss and tries to throw it up. Blocked by Tension. And then Valentine secures the loose ball. Brought it down. Arms reach in. Whistle blows. And a timeout is taken by UMBC to help retain the possession. This place is on fire right now. .107 to play. UMBC 66, Vermont 56. It should be the final timeout for UMBC. It is. It's officially taken off the board. 10-point lead for the Retrievers, 107 left.
And now, we've seen crazy things happen. This game is not over. Vermont's going to press. They're going to go out with every single thing on the table. They're going to give it everything they got. That said, you mentioned no timeouts. You got to know that. You have to inbound the ball. You got to cut hard to the ball. You can't get turnovers. Your goal is to get it inbounds, break one trap, probably accept the foul. They're going to probably get one or two traps, give it a minute and 7 seconds left. Get that thing over the timeline. Be strong with the ball.
Visit AmericaEast.com and engage with the conference's social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, and X to catch up on conference news, stats, and more. This is the America East, where champions rise. Their swag swing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here in Baltimore.
And the in-house DJ, that lady is working her tail off right now. She's phenomenal, hyping this crowd up because they feel it. They can taste the NCAA tournament. But you got to close it out. Minute 7 to go. Inbound, all the fundamentals. Come to the ball. Set good screens. Make crisp passes. Be strong with it.
Full court pressure from Vermont as UMBC will inbound, cannot run the baseline. It's Ace Valentine. Lob pass to Adunawel, and he's fouled right away in the backcourt.
I feel bad for Gus Yalden. He's already on the bench crying. You got to keep playing the game. He's going back into the game. He was literally just crying into a towel. He's got tears in his eyes. You got to play, man.
Redshirt sophomore from Appleton, Wisconsin, Yalden, who started his career at Wisconsin, then Seton Hall, and now Vermont. First year here. I think he has other chances at an America East title if he wants to stick around. But right now, it's starting to look like the dream might not become a reality for Vermont this year. Free throw from Adunawel. Down to our left, it rims in. 67-56, UMBC by 11, stretching their largest lead today as Yalden comes back in and Jackson Skipper goes off for Vermont. One more free throw for Josh Adunawel.
The Retrievers, you switch everything defensively. You can test the three. You do not foul. If they want to go take a two, no problem.
Cashes it in. 68-56. UMBC by a dozen. Long drives quickly down the floor, out of the left side, leans in and lays it in off glass left-handed.
Diggs is hurt. Diggs took a little elbow to the face when Long went up. He may have lost a chiclet.
10-point game, 56.7 left, with Diggs holding his right hand to his face and scurrying off to the far left corner to the athletic training staff. The officials stop the action. Do not believe either team took a timeout there, and Diggs is going to be ushered right up the tunnel.
So look at the clock. I believe the clock did not stop when it's supposed to. We are under a minute. So as soon as that ball goes through the net, it needs to be cut off. And because of the stoppage, which does help John Beckers, he gets to get his defensive lineup in there. Skipper comes back in. Kugwa comes back in. Yalden off. Johnson off.
1 minute even on the clock. They've reset and added about 4 seconds back. 68-58, UMBC by 10 at the moment. And Jalakai King will check back into the game and replace Caden Diggs. Everyone behind us right up against the railing. Everyone in this venue except the Vermont fans to their feet. Ready to taste a celebration and the tournament. Inbounds in the backcourt. Armstrong dribbling furiously around traffic and he's fouled. And so DJ Armstrong will head to the free throw line down to our left. That's team foul number 10 on Vermont. 2 free throws the rest of the way for UMBC and a chance for Armstrong to get to 30 for the second time this year.
Really smart play. He wanted that ball in the middle of the key, got it in his left hand, his strong hand, and accepted the fight, accepted the foul, and makes the first.
On net on the first free throw. Why do I feel like we're looking at the tournament's most outstanding player?
Because we are. I mean, this dude's going to be one of the stories of Champ Week. I mean, it's not just that he made plays, it's the way he made the shots. And again, this venue coming to life every time it went down.
And he hits the free throw. A 2-for-2 trip, 12-point lead again for UMBC. Blake drives out of the left wing to the basket, blocked from behind by Tanchin, but a foul as the layup hits the bottom of the glass. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for NCAA March Madness. Shooting 2 free throws down to our right. It's in and out for Sean Blake of Vermont. So that means Vermont is now 3 of 9 at the free throw line, and he's shooting away from the students. He has no distractions to blame here.
This is going to be tough for these guys when they think about this game for years to come. They did not play the way they normally play in terms of shooting the ball. They're now 4 for 10, 5 for 25 for threes, and they had a lot of good looks, especially early in the game.
Second one, a swish. 11-point game, UMBC on top of the foul right away in the backcourt. Today's broadcast of the America East Conference Championship on Westwood One is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the America East Conference and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. 48.7 remaining. Armstrong at the line down to our left. He has 31. There's 32. That's a new season high, and he's done it on 7 of 8 so far at the free throw line. and 7 of 9 from 3.
Yes, those seven, the degree of difficulty at 5 or 6, 4 or 5 of them was bananas.
Free throw. Make the lead. If Bakers doesn't. It's good. 72-59. Largest lead today for Vermont. 48 seconds left. Blake comes quickly down. Gives it to Hurley on the right wing. Step back. 3 ball. Left iron no. Weak side a rebound. Is snatched by Adunuo, and he is fouled. UMBC will go back to the line, and the celebration is beginning.
I think after this one, John Becker may call off the dogs. You're not coming back from down 13 with 39 seconds to go. And the Retriever faithful know it.
Juno down to our left. Place quiets down. Free throw. Pure. On the other side, UMBC, Dallin, 21 of 25 at the free throw line so far.
And they coming into this game, made 105 more free throws than their opponents. That's top 10 in the country in terms of that differential. They lived up to who they were today.
Second one straight down. 15-point lead. 74-59 UMBC. Final 35 seconds here in Baltimore. Blake splits a double team, drives, kicks it, left corner. 3 ball goes up, too strong from Johnson. Pulled down on the weak side by UMBC. Armstrong bounces the dribble over half court. Shot clock and game clock about matched up right now, but Vermont has called off the dogs. Shot clock is officially turned off. 8 seconds left. Celebration on here in Baltimore. Down to 3 seconds. Armstrong dribbles out the clock. It's over. In 2026, these Retrievers are golden. UMBC wins the America East Championship. And the Retrievers will go to the NCAA tournament for the first time since they shocked the world in 2018. Final score today in Baltimore. UMBC 74, Vermont 59.
They walled off the students. I know we want to be safe, but they got to let them come on the court, baby. We got a home venue. Oh, man, these players were able to celebrate. The fans, the kids are dying to get out there, but they can't.
Yeah.